This is something that I forgot to write on here, but I will. I have it on another place, but basically what I'm going to do is just mark 1.5 inches in from each end. So I've got 1.5 inches. Then I took this, which is just a top from a Royal something or the other. And I'm going to put one end right here on that 1.5 inch mark. I'm going to put another one at that 1.5 inches. This is not rocket science. Basically, we're going to make an arch in there. I'm going to do that to the other piece. Okay, so this is my Rikon 10-inch. I also have a Craftsman that I bought years ago, and they're exactly the same, so Rikon must have made them. But or not, this little bandsaw will also mount on the MikroBench. I'll show you that later. But I like this one because it has a 1/4 inch blade set up in it, which is going to allow me to do that arch. Any wider blade than that, it's kind of hard to follow the arch. There's our scrap. Here are our arches. These are the spreaders. And I will be putting roundovers on these, but I would strongly recommend don't do any of that until later. You'll see me cover that in one of the other steps, either step number 2 or step number 3, or even 4 when we get around to finishing. The only thing I ever round over ahead of time is something that I'm not going to be able to get at later with the routers. So we'll keep an eye out for that. But there we go. So this is basically everything from that board, from the Stair Tread number 2. And I've got all the boards that I need. We're going to be going into some of the other stuff, like using the CNC router to do some things. We're going to be applying joinery. Those will be in the step number 2, step number 3. But just look at this. This is our cutoffs. I can stick all of the cutoffs from not only this board, but if you remember the other Stair Tread had even less cutoffs than this. That's all that's left when we're all done. That's pretty slick. I think it's a lot of fun. So we're done with shaping the materials for a MikroBench. We will now go into, and this is all on Instructables, under building a MikroBench. And so now we're going to go into the next phase, which I'll look up and see what it is, but it probably has something to do with joinery and CNC and routering and stuff like that. So thanks for watching. Okay, so again, this took about 45 minutes to cut up everything from the board number, Stair Tread number 2. Took about 45 minutes. Again, a lot more cuts. And part of that was me catching up on a few little blips that I needed to correct. But other than that, so probably if I did it a second time, it would probably take about a half hour. Not too shabby.